Hey everybody, Cam Capital here with a video on GameStop. So GameStop had a nice move higher today, closed at 180 and 60 cents, up 20 bucks on the day, up almost 13% on the day. And you see here on the daily chart, I know prior I had the top line resistance on the triangle here and removed that, but the prior line of rising support, 1, 2, 3, 4 times it held, got the follow through, sold off of it, and then we kind of somewhat had a double bottom here in the low 130s, but here on the swing highs and swing lows, right, swing lows, each one has been higher, right, you can say that one came back lower, but 1, 2, 3, 4, each one higher, this one 132, low here 136.5, and then we've moved up and we've crossed over this support line, which was acting as resistance. So if we zoom in a little bit, you see here, closed right on it, opened on it the next day, pushed higher, sold off, couldn't break it, basically 3 days in a row, sold off from it. Now we pushed back to it, and then we pushed through it this afternoon and closed pretty close up to the high. All right, we pushed to the 182.5 in the last 10 minutes of the day, but we crossed over this line, and so I'm looking for now the next resistance point to be, this 186.09 fib level. All right, we had to open, a high here on the 27th, 188, and then if you look to left, quite a bit of consolidation around this zone. If we go all the way back to February 25th, right, we pushed right into that area, pulled back pretty significantly. So that's been an area of interest. And if we look right here on the histogram volume, we do see that above 186, volume drops off. So that's going to be an area that sellers going to be watching, and I'm going to be watching that for breakout. So if we look down here, just at volume, you see volumes increasing just like AMC has. Still nothing considered to the volume prior in February and March when we made the quick move. But interest can be seen as picking back up, especially if we zoom in just from the last month, really, right? So we had big 21 million shares traded here, but the weekly averages the last 2 weeks been low. Thursday big candle, Friday a little bit less, and then today 7 million. So the last 3 days has been more than the prior 2 weeks. So interest could be there, but the higher volume on those 3 days also corresponds with the pattern kind of form here. So we do have, they have the gap up, or gap down, push higher to go green. So you call this a piercing pattern, and then this you could call this a spinning top or a doji. If you go to the doji room, you have gap up, move up. So you might call this a sandwich pattern type here, and big green candle. And then we had Friday closed on a doji, and then today big green candle higher. So you kind of just have these continuation. So so we pushed higher, consolidate, push higher, consolidate, and push higher. So could we see some consolidation tomorrow? Definitely, right? So we're moving up closer to overhead resistance, prior overhead resistance. So we could get tightened up, but still this is a pretty strong bullish pattern for the last 5 days on GameStop. So to me, I think breakout could be coming based on that candlestick pattern right there. And I also like the weekly setup. So on the weekly side of things, last week basically closed the week, formed this doji candle, right? So sold us down, buyers came in around the 140s, pushed this up higher. So mentioned in other videos, right? So if you like to play off dojis, whatever way the next candle opens, that's usually indicative of the move. As you see here, if you consider this a doji, could be close to it, maybe more of a spinning top pattern. But here, open closes tighter. Difference is $1.40. Difference back here was $3.50. So $1.40, less than 1% here, about 3%. But we got a green candle here to start off the week, so we could look for this thing to move higher off that doji rule. And you see down low on the weekly, we're not even close to oversold yet, just still in the 57, 55 range, which we've been sitting around for about the last month. And we should probably look at that here on the daily side of things too. Daily side of things only up to about 58, but you see if we kind of zoom back out, we really haven't threatened anything below 40 on the RSI in terms of being oversold or overbought. We've just been kind of pinging back and forth between 40 and 60 for GameStop. So just based off the daily pattern and the weekly doji, I like GameStop to at least, push this 186 and look to go higher. As I kind of mentioned in the AMC video, I'm going to be looking for potentially, oops, I didn't mean to click that, maybe an entry here after hours, as I do have a game. I coach basketball, high school basketball, so I'm going to have to take off in the afternoon and miss a couple hours of aftermarket trading, but I might look to get a starter in if we can stay up after hours. Really, I'd probably risk off this 175 level here, right? So basically where the orange line is on the 5-minute chart, acting as a level of support. But 186, I'm looking for that breakout play above 186, and then the next level after that is going to be up into the 200. So that's what I'm seeing on the charts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate you guys taking time to watch the videos, and we'll see you in the next one.